What does it mean to feel safe in a relationship? Let's talk about it. My specialty is working with couples who have experienced the worst stuff: deceit, betrayal, infidelity. And I work a lot with couples who don't have safety with each other. They don't have emotional safety, they don't have sexual safety or spiritual safety or safety in any sense. I'm going to talk to you about what safety actually is in a relationship, how it feels, and how you can have it in your relationship if you don't. Safety is at the foundation of every healthy relationship. You've got to have trust, and trust brings safety. When you feel safe in a relationship, then you can be you. You can be who you are in that relationship. When you don't feel safe and you don't know that person and you don't feel like you can open up, then you don't have a very healthy relationship. So there's different areas that you want to feel safe in. One is just security, financial security, feeling like together you're working towards something, that there's some equality and there's some common goals. The other thing that you want to feel safe with is emotions, to be able to be who you are emotionally, to feel loved and connected to and empathized with and validated and actually cared about with who you are as an emotional being. Another area that's really important to feel safe is sex. You want to be who you are sexually and be open and vulnerable about that in your relationship. If you're judged, if you're shut down, if you're told that you're wrong or disgusting because of who you are sexually, you're not going to feel safe. Spirituality is another area that brings a lot of intimacy. The safer you can feel with who you are spiritually, the better a relationship is. So there's a lot of different areas. You may feel safe in some areas in your relationship and unsafe in others, or you might just not feel safe across the board. And that means there's a lot of work to go in order to create that important foundational piece to your relationship. In order to feel safe in these areas in your relationship, it requires trust. Now, I talk about trust all the time. It's kind of my thing. So if you want more information about trust and you want to know how to have safe relationships, then you're gonna want to subscribe to my channel. Let's talk about safety killers, the things that destroy that trust and safety in a relationship. One of the first ones, and I think an obvious one, is abuse. If you have abuse in your relationship, you're not gonna have safety. So if there's verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, any type of abuse is going to destroy safety in a relationship. Now that's obvious. Now there's some other things that kill safety in a relationship. If your partner or you are very defensive, then you're not a safe person. You're not a person that somebody can open up to. You're not a person who somebody can confront or talk about hard things with. So you're going to have to dig deep and look at, why am I defensive? What shame pushes me to not be able to hang in there with my partner and be a safe person? So defensiveness kills safety in a relationship. Another thing that kills safety in a relationship is assumptions. If you make a lot of assumptions, then what you're not doing is actually listening to your partner and being there in the present moment with them. When you make assumptions, your partner doesn't feel safe to actually talk about what's actually going on, because in your mind, you've already got it all figured out. So when you're making judgments and assumptions, it kills safety in the relationship. Now, going along with that, and kind of similar to assumptions, are expectations. Expectations are premeditated resentments. Expectations set you up to not actually see your partner for who they really are. When you have a lot of expectations, you're not a safe person, because your partner's supposed to conform into what they need to be to meet your expectations. And one more thing that really kills safety is drama. If you're playing the victim all the time, or you're persecuting your partner, or you just go into drama, then what you're not doing is actually listening and actually communicating with them. So when you're not in drama, you can communicate about all kinds of things, whether it's spirituality, sexuality, emotions. You can actually connect on a deeper level. Drama kills that. Defensiveness kills that. That's what kills safety in your relationship. So now that I've talked about the things that don't work to create safety in your relationship? Let's talk about the things that actually do work to create safety in your relationship. So obviously the first one and the main one is trust. Now, how do you build trust? You be a trustworthy person. A trustworthy person is honest, they're integrous, they're open, they're vulnerable, and they're consistent. That's what a trustworthy person is. So you guys, actually, that is the key to creating safety in your relationship. But there's some other things that you can do in order to create safety. So you can be a trustworthy person, but you can still suck at creating space for your partner because you don't know how to empathize and you don't know how to communicate. Maybe you lack those skills. So learning how to hold space for your partner is important. Learn how to reflective listen. Learn how to just be there with them and explore with them who they actually are. Don't try to fix things all the time. Don't try to step in when you shouldn't, but just open up space for them and empathize with them. That creates safety. Another thing that creates safety in a relationship is non-judgment. So this is the opposite of expectations and assumptions. Non-judgment is saying, I maybe don't know who they are, but I'm okay with who they are, and I just want to get to know them. I want to explore with them who they actually are, not judging them for what they think and how they feel. If they feel judged, then they're not going to open up to you. If they feel like you're non-judgmental, then you're a safe person. The last thing is that you're a consistent person. You've got to be consistent to create safety. If you're volatile, and some days you're awesome and easy to connect to, and other days you can't connect to your partner, it's not going to create safety. They're going to not know the days that they can actually be open. Now, I realize we all have hard days, and you're going to have some hard days, and you're not going to hold space, and you're not going to be a safe person for your partner. But you want more days that you are a safe person than you're not. So if you struggle to be consistent, that's not going to create safety in your relationship. Remember that safety is the soil for intimacy. It's what gives intimacy a chance. If you want passion, you want love, you want connection on deep, deep levels, then work on the safety in your relationship. Work on yourself so that you can show up as a person who can create safety in your relationship. And the consequences of that, or the results that you will get, are far more reaching than you can even know. So work on being a safe person in your relationship. If you found this video on safety important for you, then you're gonna need to learn how to have healthy boundaries as well, because boundaries are critical for safety. So check out my other video, what are some good boundaries to set in a relationship?